Former Botswana President Ian Khama has once again made headlines with strong criticism of Zimbabwe's political direction. Speaking about constitutional amendment and Zimbabwe's leadership, Khama argued that leaders who have failed should not have their time in office extended. He also claimed that many Zimbabweans continue to leave their country in search of better opportunities abroad, blaming years of governance under ZANU-PF for the situation. The remarks have quickly spread across social media, reigniting debate over CAB 3, leadership, and Zimbabwe's future. Supporters of Khama say he is speaking uncomfortable truths. Supporters of the Zimbabwean government reject his criticism, arguing that it overlooks ongoing development efforts and reforms. So why has Ian Khama once again entered Zimbabwe's political debate? What exactly did he say? And why are his comments generating reactions across Southern Africa? Stay tuned. Before we continue, please subscribe, like this video, and turn on notifications for daily Zimbabwe political news and analysis. Let's get into it.
We are just stuck in this rut whereby leaders still continue to try to prolong their stay in power. Yet they are not people who have brought any significant difference to the lives of their people. It is all about themselves. And those who have done it, you can see in many instances, apart from changing the constitutions, they will go to the extent of rigging elections. They will detain, or they arrest and detain opposition leaders. They will ban opposition parties. They will rig elections. Museveni in Uganda as an example. I mentioned Paul Biya,
yes,
who's 93 years old.
And Paul Kagame.
He's been there, 26 years. And he changed, Paul Kagame, he changed the constitution in order to stay longer. You will never find, it's like, if I give an example, when you see there are military coups on the continent, very soon you will find the regional body suspending the membership of that country because of the coup. The AU also will come out very quickly to suspend that country. But you would say, okay, but then what led to the coup? Those leaders themselves engaged in human rights violations, violated the rule of law, amended their constitutions, all the type of things which have crowned them as dictators, very autocratic leadership. And yet the regional bodies say nothing, the AU says nothing, and then when the soldiers say, no, because of all these things you've been doing, we are now taking over. And you'll find that initially, not long afterwards, you'll see the people rejoicing that that leader has been removed.
Yes.
But the unfortunate thing is that the military then, once they come into power, then they too start enjoying power and not wanting to hand over. There's a club that these leaders belong to. There's solidarity. They're sort of thinking that, well, one day if I want to do the same thing, I will not expect my neighbor, my colleague, to be criticizing me.
Yes.
So let me just keep quiet.
Former Botswana President Ian Khama has remained one of the region's most outspoken commentators on political developments in Zimbabwe. Over the years, Khama has repeatedly expressed concern about governance, democracy, and constitutional reforms taking place across the region. His latest comments continue that trend. Speaking about Constitutional Amendment Bill No. 3, Khama questioned proposals that could extend the tenure of political leaders. According to him, leaders should ultimately be judged by their performance and by the wishes of citizens. Khama argued that extending the term of office of leaders viewed as unsuccessful would not solve national challenges. He maintained that democratic systems rely on regular leadership renewal and accountability to the electorate. These remarks reflect Khama's personal political views and have generated both support and criticism. The former Botswana leader also claimed that the large number of Zimbabweans living and working outside their country reflects long-standing economic and governance challenges. Many Zimbabweans have indeed migrated over several decades to countries including South Africa, Botswana, the United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, and elsewhere for a variety of reasons, including employment, education, and family opportunities. However, migration patterns are influenced by multiple economic, social, and personal factors. Supporters of Khama's comments argue that his remarks highlight concerns shared by many citizens regarding governance, economic opportunities, and constitutional accountability. They believe constitutional amendments should always protect democratic institutions and ensure that leadership changes occur through established constitutional processes. On the other hand, supporters of President Emmerson Mnangagwa and ZANU-PF reject Khama's assessment. They point to infrastructure development, agricultural recovery initiatives, mining investment, road construction, and other government programs as evidence that the administration is pursuing national development. From their perspective, Khama's criticism presents only one side of a much broader picture. Political analysts note that Ian Khama's statements often attract significant attention because of his status as a former head of state. Although he no longer holds public office, his views continue influencing regional political discussions, particularly when commenting on governance and constitutional issues affecting neighboring countries. The timing of Khama's remarks is also significant. Zimbabwe remains engaged in intense debate over Constitutional Amendment Bill No. 3, which has generated differing opinions among politicians, legal experts, civil society organizations, and ordinary citizens. Supporters believe the bill follows constitutional procedures and seeks to improve governance. Critics argue that certain provisions deserve greater scrutiny and public discussion. As a result, comments from prominent regional figures frequently become part of Zimbabwe's wider political conversation. Some citizens welcome external perspectives from respected African leaders. Others argue that Zimbabwe's constitutional questions should ultimately be resolved by Zimbabweans themselves through their own democratic institutions. Observers say the broader debate reflects two competing visions. One emphasizes constitutional continuity, institutional reform, and development. The other focuses on accountability, leadership renewal, and constitutional safeguards. These differing perspectives continue shaping discussions surrounding CAB 3 and Zimbabwe's future. Regardless of political opinion, one issue receives broad attention: the well-being of ordinary Zimbabweans. Citizens continue expressing hopes for stronger economic growth, employment opportunities, improved health care, education, and greater prosperity. Many believe these priorities should remain central regardless of constitutional or political debates. As Zimbabwe continues navigating constitutional reform and political discussion, Ian Khama's latest comments ensure that regional attention remains focused on the country's future. Whether people agree or disagree with these views, they have once again reignited debate about leadership, democracy, governance, and constitutional change. Watch the full statement carefully and share your opinion respectfully in the comments. Do you think former African presidents should publicly comment on the political affairs of neighboring countries, or should those debates be left entirely to each country's own institutions? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this report, please subscribe, like this video, and turn on notifications for more Zimbabwe and Southern Africa news and analysis. Thank you for watching, and don't miss the full video coming up next.